Good morning. Here's a interesting article that I believe is very indicative of what the future has in store for the banking sector. And so it's once again one of those things where as more institutions move to blockchain and automation and using algorithms and AI and all those technical things, pretty much the merger of different types of financial and technology, creating a fintech movement, it looks like there's going to be less need for actual human beings. Therefore, institutions will restructure their corporations to make them suitable for a maximum profit, not having to employ people and provide all the benefits and things of that nature that has held them back over the last many years. So with this article here, CNBC came out this morning, thought I would share because it looks like after thumbing through it, it's very telling of where things are heading, utilizing all this technology that's available now. And it can only spell trouble for the actual way employment has been ran before, or just the whole idea of human labor. So it says Goldman Sachs is slashing employee pay as it ramps up new tech ventures like the Apple Card. And so it said the bank set aside about 35% of its revenue for staff compensation and benefits this year. The lowest ratio has been in at least the last decade, according to Goldman Sachs data. And so what's very interesting is the amount of money or currency Goldman Sachs employees, or probably the banking sector in general, has been making. So let's put it another way. The average Goldman's employee earned $246,216 for the first 9 months of 2019, less than half the $527,000 at the same point in 2009. And so looks like big banks have been paying well for quite some time now, but all of a sudden something's changing. And this article gives an idea as to what that will be. Scroll down a little bit more, I'll give you more details. As always, you can find more for yourself. It says it's the latest signs of times for Wall Street and Goldman in particular. Trading became far less lucrative for banks after the financial crisis era. Rules discouraged hedge fund-like bets, and central banks drained volatility from the market. At the same time, human traders have been disrupted by the electronic firms like Virtu and XTX, places that employ a few dozen coders to trade billions in stocks and currencies every day. Quote, "We are in the midst of the biggest marriage of tech and finance in history," says Mike Mayo, a veteran bank analyst at Wells Fargo. Quote, "It means more relative to bankers, more machines, more automation, more scale. The next decade will see the implementation of technology to a greater extent and in ways that have never been done before." So here we have a Wells Fargo analyst basically telling all bank employees at this current point, in the next decade, this 2020 to 2030 timeframe I keep referring to, of unimaginable change, will include the disruption of the employment sector, disruption of the banking sector, the disruption of everything that's been considered normal over the last decades, nevertheless centuries, because of the, as it says here, the merger of finance and tech together. Therefore, when it comes to those high-paying jobs that these people here are enjoying, there's going to be some problems. So it looks like ultimately the goal for the banks is to transition to an automated, software-based, blockchain type of institution, to where there'll be only need for very few people. And those people will probably be, of course, executive board members, programmers, and things like that. It says a drop in employee pay will continue as Goldman undergoes a fundamental shift. It says for the most of its 150 years, its business model was essentially to pay top dollar for the best talent available. It says now CEO David Solomon faces pressure to reinvent the bank. Reinvent the bank. What do you think they're going? They're going to go solely digital. Less buildings, less brick and mortar stores, and more software-based online platforms, and unearth new sources of revenue. So they're about to begin spinning out a large amount of new products. And I'd imagine those products will be blockchain-based, tokenized assets, all types of things of that nature. That's where I believe this will be heading. Goldman has been working fervently to create automated solutions in existing and nascent businesses. That means clients will increasingly interact with software instead of expensive humans. Look at that. That means clients will increasingly interact with software instead of expensive humans. And so that right there says it all. Just wanted to shine a little light on this. And so what this tells me is that there will be no sense of security when it comes to employment, even in the banking sector. And our entire monetary system has been created by, ran by, and has been positioned to profit the banking sector. But it looks like moving forward over the next 10 years, there will be very little need for actual humans, as it says in this article here. So once again, something worth paying attention to, because the banking sector is changing. Therefore, I would imagine any other industry that has an opportunity to convert over to a more software-based, less brick and mortar operation will definitely be doing that by force. Of course, as things change around as far as the strength of the economy or lack thereof, and after all this shift occurs in the global monetary system, they're going to be forced to take action such as this. So thought I would just take a minute to share this. What do you think? Are you perhaps in an industry that you can see one day them shifting down the same road of going solely digital, using software and less human interaction and less human talent? Leave a comment below. Let me know. If you find this informative, definitely share this. And if you have not, make sure you guys continue to get your weight up. The RTD Silver coin is still available. Make sure you get yourself one. Other than that, I'll see you later.